Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a project pan update. This is going to be for Finish 10 in 2021 project pan. This is all very difficult products. Everything is makeup except for one thing, and all of the makeup is powder products. So this is definitely a challenging project I've set for myself. It is a year-long project. I have some pretty good progress. I don't have any full empties, but I'm really excited to show you. If you are interested, I have a whole project pan playlist, so check that out. I've already been doing several projects this year, and I am doing a pan that palette as well. I have updated that once so far. I have separate playlists for those. Also, I have a Shop My Stash playlist. You can check those out, and let's get into this. There's only one non-makeup item in this project, and that is this perfume. This is Viva La Juicy Le Fleur, and I have made good progress on this. I really have set a goal for myself for this year. I really want to use up some of my full-size perfumes. I absolutely love perfume. It is so much fun for me to try new scents, but this is one that I really do want to finish. And here is where I am now. I'll show you a picture of last time. I've made some progress. Obviously, I still have a ways to go. I do like this one, but I have mentioned it's not my favorite perfume anymore, but I do still enjoy it. Let's get into the makeup products. Like I said, this project is all powder products, so definitely some challenging items here. The first one, I don't really have visible progress. That is the Hourglass Sculpture palette. I'll show you what it looked like last time. And basically, I just want to make as much progress on this as possible. I have been using the bronzer actually quite a bit, mixing it in with a bronzer that I'm working on as well. And I've used the two finishing powders, and I've used the blushes a little bit. It looks the same though. These domed products, it takes a lot of use to kind of see them flatten. But if I look at it this way, I can tell that the finishing powders are flatter than the blushes over here, and I think even you can tell that the bronzer is a bit flatter than the blushes, if you can see that. It's hard to tell. Again, these domed baked products take a lot of progress before you really see some results, but I have been using this quite consistently. All right, this is the last one that I don't have great visible progress, but I have been using it a lot, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. And here I already had this pan in the highlighter, and I have not used the highlighter at all. However, I have been using this shade as a contour almost every single day for the last month. And I do feel like there's less of the lines showing, and there's maybe a little bit dip happening there. So I think, you know, progress is happening. Again, not super visible, but I have used this almost every day for a contour. I'm wearing it today as a contour, and I really do enjoy it. Now, the rest of the products, I do feel like the progress is a bit more visible. Let's move on to my highlighter, which is the Urban Decay in Sin highlighter. And I have been working on this so consistently, using this almost every single day, sometimes on its own, sometimes layered with other highlighters. I love layering highlighters together, so that works out great for me. And I have really expanded the pan on this one. At the intro to this project, I had a tiny little bit of pan, and as you can tell in the previous photo, the area where I have pan now, you could tell it was very, very thin. So yeah, really expanded the pan on this one. There's still a lot of product left. This is something I do want to finish. Some of the first two, those face palettes, I just want to make progress, but the rest of this stuff, I do want to completely pan. And that is my goal for this one. I'm really, really happy with that giant amount of pan there, but again, lots of product still left around here. It will take some time, but I'm really enjoying using this highlighter. We have the ColourPop. This is the Going Coconuts, or no, this is the Coconut Beach Bronzer. And I am trying to finish this as well. I do feel like there is definitely a dip happening if you look at it like that. I don't know that it looks that different from the intro, but again, I have been using this almost every single day. Sometimes I do mix it in with that Hourglass bronzer, and today I've actually mixed this in with my Morphe bronzer. And I don't know, I've kind of been enjoying mixing different bronzers together lately. That's kind of been a fun thing for me to do, to change it up a little bit. So I do feel like I'm making progress. I kind of feel like I can see some rings happening there. But I don't put on a lot of bronzer. I'm definitely more heavy-handed with highlighter and blush. I don't like to put on too much bronzer just because I don't think it's super flattering on me. but I have been enjoying this. I do think, you know, there is progress there, but again, that's going to take some time to finish that up. I am saving the ones with really good progress for the very end. This next one, again, I do think I'm seeing progress. This is the Catrice highlighter in Champagne Campaign. I use this as finishing powder and I really do like it. So I either use this or the Hourglass powders. Honestly, now that I have this, I feel like I don't even need to buy the Hourglass powders anymore because I love it so much, and this is only $6, but I have those, so I will continue to use them. But as you can see, I really have worn down a lot of the pattern in this area right there. Absolutely love this product. Again, I think it's going to take a long time to finish it, but would be pretty exciting to hit pan on this. We'll see though, but yeah, I definitely see the progress. This next item, I am so happy with how I am doing on it, and that is the Too Faced blush in Baby Love. Again, I've been using this almost every single day, and what I've been doing with blush is this is such a neutral color that I will put some on kind of here. I'm not wearing it today, actually. I'm wearing different blushes today. But I'll put some here and then I'll layer a more colorful blush on top, or I'll layer it with another neutral blush. And because this color is so subdued, I do think it works very easily blending it in with other blushes. So here we have expansion of the pan. I am so happy about this. The pan was definitely there at the intro to this project, but definitely has expanded, and I'm really happy about that. I gotta say, I really like this blush. I like the color a lot, and I like the formula too. I think it's really nice. Plus, it gets an A+ for cute packaging as well. This is an older product in my collection. I think I've had it for at least 3 years, maybe even 4 years, but yeah. I would love to finish this, but I'm really happy with this. Alrighty, and last up we have the Becca Afterglow Sunset palette, and I do want to finish this entire face palette. I've only ever finished one face palette, and that was the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, the one with the 3 finishing powders in there. I did completely pan that, I think 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, something like that. But it's the only face palette I've ever finished. So I would love to finish another face palette. That would be amazing. Here's where I am with this. Now, these 3 products I repressed into other compacts, which I will show you. So don't look at that right now, but the highlighters are still in here. And I haven't made as much progress on these as I wished, but I think that is because I'm really focused on the Urban Decay one. But I have been sometimes layering these with the Urban Decay one or using them on their own. So this one is called Crystal Gold, and this is Champagne Pop. Champagne Pop, I definitely have more of a dip going in that one. This one, not quite as much, but yeah, I'm making progress, but not as much on these highlighters as I would like. But again, I think that's because I'm really focused on using the Urban Decay one. From that palette, there was a bronzer and 2 blushes. What I did was I just repressed the 2 blushes together to get one color because they were kind of similar to each other. And I did repress it in this compact. That was my Wet n Wild blush, which I finished last year. And I've made really great progress on this. I have hit pan on this repressed blush, and I'm very happy about it. This is so pigmented. The first time that I used this, after I repressed it in here, wow, I put way too much on. This is a really pigmented blush. So I like to kind of mix it in with the Too Faced one to tone it down a little bit. But yeah, pretty much every single day I've been combining this with the Too Faced one or a different blush. And yeah, really happy about this. Obviously took a lot of use because, like I said, really pigmented blush, but I'm really happy with that. As you can tell, there's a decent amount of product left around there, but I'm really happy that I did hit pan in this. Alrighty, and last but certainly not least, this was the bronzer from the Becca palette. I have finished it. I gotta say, this went really quickly. I'll show you what it looked like last time. And I had repressed the bronzer from that palette into this about a week before I filmed the intro to this project. And within a week, I had already hit pan on what I had repressed, and I was able to finish it pretty easily. It took me only about 2 weeks. Now, there wasn't a ton of product in there. So this is 2 of these pans in here of the blush, and very pigmented blush, I might add. And then the bronzer was just in this pan. And these are pretty small pans. So this whole thing is only 0.21 ounces. So these are pretty small pans. So I guess I'm not surprised that that bronzer went that quickly. Capri Coast is a beautiful color, and I've actually finished a mini of Capri Coast before because I had a deluxe size that I got with a free gift with purchase at some point, and I did finish that as well. And I loved it both times I panned it. I gotta say, that's a really beautiful bronzer. I have been considering buying a full size of one of these Becca bronzers on my low buy this year. I can buy a few bronzers on my low buy. I have not bought any, but one of the ones I'm considering getting is one of these Becca ones, either Capri Coast or one of the other colors that I think would also be flattering on my skin tone, but I really loved it. I am so happy that I finished it though. So technically now we have one of these 5 pans completely gone. I gotta say, I'm really happy with how I'm doing on this project. I've been using these products so consistently, and I gotta say the fact that I haven't been buying new makeup has definitely helped my panning because there aren't new products coming in to distract me away from my panning. So what I do is I usually use these products about 5 times a week, and then some days like today, I didn't wear the blush, but I am wearing the bronzer. So 1 or 2 days a week, I do like to kind of change it up and use my Shop My Stash items instead of the Project Pan items, or I'll layer them together. Like I said, that ColourPop bronzer, I've been really enjoying it mixed in with either the Morphe bronzer or the Hourglass bronzer. It's just been really fun. I'm really enjoying the products in here. I will say that Becca blush is so pigmented, it can be a little bit difficult to work with, but it is a beautiful color, and I really enjoyed it mixed in with the Too Faced blush. So that is it for this update. I'm really happy with my progress. I'm so happy that I finished that pan of the bronzer from the Becca palette. If you are interested, check out my Project Pan and Pan That Palette playlists. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.